Welcome back. Another edition of the Down and Back with CornDoug. Again, audio issues. These gremlins. First, it was at the Octane studio. Now I'm back home. They're all coming up again. But anyway, we've got Peterborough Cornhole's own Johnny Parsons here. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Dougie. Glad to be here.
You know, this has been a long time in the making for you coming on.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a bit, eh?
Yep, and then now after the audio issues, it's 2 times in a week, so we're all good.
Yeah.
So
right? That's okay, man. I like you, so that's okay.
Yeah. So get through a couple of business things here. Just sponsorships from the show. If you're watching, check out octanecornhole.com. Use discount code CornDoug for get 10% off. Go to myearfund.com. Use that same discount code CornDoug. Get 20% off of all your earbuds, your the pills, anything you need off the myearfund.com website. Then also JC Cornhole. Check him out. Just tell Jamie that Doug sent you. You may get a discount. You may not. I'm not sure. It all depends on how he's feeling, what kind of mood he's in that day, because he can be a bit moody. And just if you're going to message him, make sure it's after 3 o'clock, because that's usually what time he gets up. Anyway, so Johnny,
yeah,
I think we've talked a bit, and I think you got your start in cornhole almost the same way I got my start in cornhole. So how did you get influenced or introduced to the game? Because I know that you do have family in the States as well.
Yeah, I've got family actually from the Wisconsin area, bunch of cousins and whatnot down there. But I actually found it in Talladega down in Alabama there at a car race one fall. Adam Hubbard and his brother Dave and we were down there for a weekend. Met a couple guys camping beside us. They were from Oklahoma, and they showed us the game, and it was pretty simple physics, and we laid a good beating on them.
Yeah, so again, Peterborough Cornhole gets their start in Alabama because David and Adam Hubbard are both the other brains with you behind Peterborough Cornhole.
Yeah, they're more the brains. I'm the looks.
Yeah, well, you and I we've had that interaction on camera. We got to commentate a couple games at the ACL conference tournament you guys hosted.
Yeah, when we did the tournament together there at the Keystone, when we died down here in Peterborough, we had a blast. That was a great time. Being calling a few games with you, that was kind of neat.
Yeah, we if I remember correctly, we kind of had some audio issues there as well too, because it was Matt was nice enough to tuck us into a small little tight space, but still it was still a great day because you guys had a lot of players. So with that, I know you may say you don't have many guys that you're still trying to look out, but the number of players you guys have playing is just unbelievable.
Yeah, like we've got 71 players, guys and girls, registered into the league since we started up last year.
Yeah, and I know I talked with Adam your first couple weeks, and he was like, yeah, we got a turn. We got 35. Sometimes we're getting 40 out, and I'm like, man, that's like there's some leagues that are just hoping for that many people.
Yeah, we pull in solid numbers pretty much every night. Like obviously our first week or two, we were a little slow out the gate. But as we're going now, we've moved out to a new location out at Keystone Lakes Golf Club here just outside Peterborough. Well, just on the border of Peterborough, I guess. And they've been great to us ever since we've been out there. We were probably pulling in 40 on average, 40 to 44 players. We got to stay underneath that 50 mark, right? So we've been lucky to do that.
Yeah, and the thing I like is in talking with some of your players when I was down there, because really Peterborough was the first time I was like, man, people actually watch my show, because I'm down there warming up, and all of a sudden I've got like I know there was Steve and Mike from down there that were just like, hey, CornDoug. I'm like, how do you know who I am? But then I also realized that I got CornDoug on the back of my shirt, which may have helped that out as well too. But you had when I was down there, everyone got along. Everyone was there to have a good time.
Yeah, and that's what it should be about, right? Like you're It's beer league for us, really, right? It's a break up in the middle of the week, go out, throw some bags, talk with people you see throughout the week, and it's been a blast. Just having a lot of fun and bringing out new people, and like we just keep getting more and more new people, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. So then you guys play on what? I believe it's Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Your league night
Yeah.
is. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
so what format do you guys run?
We're doing just Switch Holio. We've got a competitive division we run about 20 people, I think, in the competitive division. And then we have a large intermediate division too. We're running 3 boards with them.
Yeah. And I know from saying your results and even watching kind of down there is you guys have a lot of female players playing.
We do.
Which is great to see.
Yeah, we got a great bunch of girls. Like I was saying earlier in the week when we did this before, a lot of the good girls are wives, and like my wife, Adam's wife, Mike Ocher, his wife, and 2 of his daughters are just lights out. They play all 5, 6 of them. They all play great cornhole.
Well, I know at that conference tournament in Peterborough, I think Nicole Hubbard actually made it to the final of the women's division there.
Yeah. She's when she wants to be, she's lights out, right? It's she gets in that laser focus that Adam has taught her, and she can play some pretty good cornhole.
Well, yeah, and like I said, it's also, I guess it's great to see, because then it's kind of like a night out that you guys get to do. You're not having to do whatever. It's a nice fun night out.
Yeah, of course. Like I said earlier, it's what else? Why else would you go if you weren't out there having fun?
Yeah. So I've rhymed off a couple names, being Mike Ochar and I'm gonna probably get the name wrong, but I want to say Steve Gibson. Is that
Stevie Gibby's? Yeah. Gibby's a great player down here.
Yeah. Because I guess I can apologize to him almost a year later. He was my blind draw partner. That's my regular occurrence on the show. Is just I got to apologize to someone for being their partner. But just he was a great guy as well too, because he was just there for fun. Like he was just happy to be at a bigger tournament like that.
Yeah, that's the neat thing for us now, right? Like I did my first tournament up in Kitchener last year with you guys. Pretty intimidating when you get up there for the first time, but you have a couple drinks and relax and find out that all the guys, girls that are there, they're there for the same reason you are, is just to throw some bags and have some fun.
Well, exactly. Like I said, the other names were Mike Ochar. I believe Blake Parnells is another good guy that comes in with you guys, and then there's that one other guy that says that he's not good at all, but then once he starts throwing the bags, being Mr. St. Thomas.
Yeah, Big Red Pine, Brian St. Thomas. He won't tell you too much that he's a really good player, but he is a really good player. He's got a lot of heat. He's got a lot of time on his hands. He's a firefighter up in Toronto there, so he's got some downtime. He's got a set of boards in the hall, and I think he probably drives all his comrades probably nuts up there wanting to play cornhole all the time. They probably don't want to play with him because he is pretty damn good.
Well, and that's the thing, because I'd seen him. I think his first tournament ever was a regional tournament here in KW that when you were at, and watching him, I think he made it to the. I don't know if he finished third or finished second in the competitive singles, and we had a couple of ACL pros that were down playing in the advanced division final, but I was more or less watching him play because he was throwing lights out in the competitive division. Then lo and behold, him and Adam step up to the advanced at that conference tournament in Peterborough, and then they take it down.
Yeah, no, they're together. They make a hell of a team together. We also got a couple good guys, and I can't go without saying these 2 guys. Paul Aiken, he joined up this summer with us. He's from the Grafton area. He drives almost an hour every Wednesday night to come up and play with us. And Jake Davini, 2 guys that started last year or over the summer and have really turned into great players. We actually had a tournament in we had an ugly sweater tournament around Christmas time, and Jake and Paul teamed up and actually beat Brian and Adam that weekend.
Well, yeah, and then those are two names that I got to watch kind of closely with the our last ACL Canada virtual tournament. They were both involved in that, and I know Paul made it pretty far. I think he made it to the quarterfinals, and he threw really well. Like I think it took one game for him to warm up because he lost to me, but then he really took off.
Oh yeah, he's a great player. Been a great addition to our league since he's came in the summer.
Yeah, and now you mentioned the ugly sweater tournament that you guys had, or ugly sweater night, like around Christmas. You guys, the one thing I've noticed with you guys is you guys do a lot of stuff for charity with your league.
Yeah, we did this winter around Christmas time. The one night, Wednesday league night, we did a toy drive. So your entry fee for the night, you had to bring a toy, and then we had some draws and raffles for some prizes that we got donated, and we raised over $400 for our Kawartha food share here in Peterborough.
Which is great, because I think that's what those kind of charity nights really kind of pick up and will bring new players out if they're seeing that there was something for charity.
Yeah, oh, for sure, right? It's a big draw for people, and it's nice to be able to give back when you can.
Oh, exactly. That's the one thing I've noticed about the whole cornhole community as a whole, whether it be in the States or even up here, that if there is something to give back and to go out and have some fun, they're going to do it.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
So now we're all in lockdown. What's you guys kind of starting to kind of plan anything for a possible return? I think I just think we're down for another 2 weeks after this here, but have you guys been kind of planning anything special for coming back?
Well, definitely we're all waiting with bated breath to get the green light to get out there and get back out on just our regular league nights, let alone some tournaments. But we'll definitely be running a summer tournament once we can get outside. We did that twice last year. We joined up with the brewing company here in Peterborough called Smith Havens Brewing, and they've got a beautiful property down there. So we were able to set up about 6 or 7 boards outside and played all day out there. So definitely we'll be doing another one of those for sure, if not 2. And most likely again in Keystone. It's all COVID permitting though. So once we can get back at her, we don't slow down. We just keep going, pedal down.
Well, exactly. And then the other thing with you guys is you guys have already had the ACL tournament last year. You guys are back with ACL Canada again this year, I know. And because I've kind of, not to let the cat out of the bag a bit, but I've been kind of hearing with the at Octane that you guys might be involved in another conference tournament with ACL Canada. Hoping we can get back out of some stuff.
Well, exactly, right. As soon as we can get back out there, we will. You can guarantee you can count Peterborough Cornhole in there, and we'll be bringing numbers this time. So be ready for us. Here we come.
Well, I think exactly. I think that that conference tournament, I think you guys there was about like 80 people there, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And
we had a great turnout for the one we had here, so we were really happy with that one.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of people that were surprised just how well, like we could said before, like you go to your first tournament and think, oh, it's a big conference tournament, but no, it was a pretty good show.
Yeah, we were nervous down here on our end, putting it together and trying to live up to the standards that we've seen up there in Kitchener with the tournaments that we've been to, and luckily, everything went well. There was really no hiccups, no problems. Everyone got along, and it was just a beauty day. So we definitely can't wait to do that again.
Well, and that's actually, I'm now thinking as well from that tournament is that you and I actually probably got to make our national TV debut during that tournament, because Global TV was there and filmed us luckily they filmed us throwing and not trying to hit the board.
That's right. That's right. They really didn't focus on the whole point of getting it in the hole, which is good because neither you and I are that consistent at it. So, but she got her eyes open. You know, she saw what cornhole was all about, and you know, you can't get any better than that. Being able to kind of pump the sport up a little bit, and it feels good.
Exactly. So, no, it kind of touched a bit off air, but there's some new stuff that's been people have been talking about with cornhole. There's a real big thing lately here now with the foot fault stuff. Now I know you guys. I haven't heard too much of stuff because you guys are all just having for fun down there. But
yeah,
have you guys kind of been? Has there been any talk down there about like this whole foot fault stuff, whether the stepping over the line or whatever down there?
Yeah, to be honest, it really hasn't came up too much in our league. We try to keep it that your foot's behind the line, right? If you're stepping, you're not stepping over the line, and that's kind of what we're sticking to, anyways. Right now, we haven't had any big kerfuffles or anything about it. It's a pretty standard rule, so. But it's nature of the beast, right? Like it's going to change. Everything's going to change, or people are going to have different ideas of how to do it and how to find that gray area of the law.
Yeah, and with this, I kind of point out. I give Mike Morton, father of Mr. Matthew Morton, the big ACL pro, kind of he was always looking for an argument with that, and I kind of said, well, you got the step over. If people are just stepping up, if you're letting go of the bag ahead of time, it's fine, because there was someone else that said, well, I'm okay with it with an arm being over holding the bag. And I was like, well, an arm and a leg are both an appendage. What does it matter if the foot is over in the air still, because it's not holding the bag at all? And if you're leaning over, you get someone that's like 7'2". They're already reaching halfway across to get the bag at the board anyway. So to me, it's not a real big deal, but I know there's some people that have been having the really big issue of it. So
yeah, you're throwing 27 feet, bud. Like if you're getting that big of an increase in your percentage by stepping over the line, or like you said, if you're you great big long monkey arm people out there, it is what it is. You can't really do much about that.
Oh yeah, and the other thing I said, and we've kicked it around up at the Octane shop for a while now with Jamie Cowan with the board builder, was that when you're throwing the 27 feet, you're actually only 27 feet when you're standing beside the board. Because as you go across the line, you're getting farther from that other board, right? So Jamie's wanting to have that line as a little bit of an arc to the line to keep that 27 feet from wherever you're at the line. But
I see.
I think it gets kind of too technical and kind of whatever. So, but enough of that. Another thing I didn't touch on, which I totally forgot to, because it's right there, the bags you guys use. What stuff are you guys using?
I myself, I'm an Apex guy. I love the Apex bags. I like the way they come. They're pretty much well worked in when they get here and ready to go. Now Adam, our founder, Adam, he's got I think he's locked into about 21 sets of bags now, and every time something new comes out, he's ordering it in, and he's got to try it. And but it's great for the league, right? For the people that don't go out, they don't want to spend the money on the bags. They can try what we have, and they can find their own happy spot, right?
Exactly. And I know for anyone who's even watching in the Peterborough area, if you're looking for a set of Octane bags, I know Adam is a I guess we can call him a retailer of them, because he picks up a bunch from. I know every time I go to Octane, he's like, oh, I got another shipment going to Peterborough, because Adam's already got rid of the ones he's got. So you can pick up Octane bags there, but then Adam also does his own boards there as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's really gotten into a fine art down here, and like he's a busy guy alone. He probably works 50, 60 hours a week, commuting back and forth to Scarborough, but still finds time to pump out a couple sets of boards a week. But Christmas, he was swamped with orders.
Yeah. So again, so if you need any bags or boards in the Peterborough area, just check out Peterborough Cornhole. You guys are on Facebook. You guys have a
Yeah,
website as
we're on
well.
Facebook. Facebook got a website, peterboroughcornhole.com. Come on out and see us. Adam's contacts information is there for boards or for bags.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to thank you for coming on here, talking to the cornhole, because I know I got a feeling you may be stuck to your. I guess we don't have it on TV up here, so we can't watch it on TV like they can in the States. The first ACL Pro. I was just when I think pros are a national one. The other ones are all open. So there's the actual first ACL Pro tournament coming up from Florida this weekend. Check it out because we got some Octane throwers there this weekend. We've got Bobby Speary's there, Melissa Morrison, PJ Sorrow, Mike Ferreira, who's I think him and Hasib Habibian have a great chance of taking the doubles, getting close to the doubles. They've been lights out throwing in Florida. They've been either first or second in any of their tournaments they've gone to. I know Mike Ferreira, well, everyone will know him as Emperor. He took out Matthew Morton in doubles and singles up in North Carolina a couple weeks ago. So they've got a great shot. If you would have seen me on with the with who's I with the Asps, Soto, and the Isley guys, Isley from KCC Cornhole, I picked Hasib to be my dark horse in the singles. He's got Matt Guy his first round, but I think if Hasib can get those kinetics going in Florida, he will be one to watch. So other than that there, make sure you're checking out that there, looking at the Octane guys, and like I should have said to the guys on that show, watch out for the players throwing gas because they might just kick your ass. See you all next week on the Downer Back.